Are you looking for the best compost tumblers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best compost tumblers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. FCMP Yimby Outdoor Tumbling Composter, 37 gallon. The FCMP Yimby tumbler is a solid, reliable option that will suit most composting setups. It's durable, has 2 chambers to separate newer scraps from nearly finished compost, and is surprisingly affordable. Corsillo bought the Yimby tumbler while tending a COVID victory garden and reports that, a year and a half later, it's surprisingly weather resistant, it hasn't rusted or lost its original sheen and still spins smoothly. She also appreciates its raised design. I like that it is completely contained and elevated to keep mice or rats at bay, and that it stands at waist height, so it doesn't require any bending down to fill or turn. That makes it easier to use for everyone in the family, especially my parents, Corsillo says. Recipe developer and cookbook author Claire Saffitz also uses the FCMP tumbler at a cabin in the Hudson Valley. She says it's super functional and has held up well to weather and normal wear and tear. She does caveat that it's on the small side for households that generate a lot of food scraps. We cook constantly when we're at our cabin, she says, and estimates that they empty a 1-gallon bin every day or two. Another benefit of the tumbler is the rich plant fertilizer it produces. Corsillo says that she was shocked by how well her plants responded to homemade compost. Her calendula plants went crazy, filling in the large areas of empty soil and bursting out over the edges of their planter. We used some to top up our houseplants, too, which made them very perky and bright, she says. Number 2. Miracle-Gro Single Chamber Outdoor Composter, 18.5 gallon. Miracle-Gro's outdoor tumblers come in several sizes and configurations, from a petite 18.5 gallon option to a dual chamber system with a total capacity of 55.4 gallons. The 3 smaller sizes all have over 1,400 5-star reviews on Amazon, with reviewers praising its sturdiness, ease. Don't let tight spaces keep you from composting. Miracle-Gro's outdoor compost bin tumbler is small enough for even the tiniest spaces. The 18.5 gallons, 70L/27.7 gallons, 105L volume perfectly fits your balcony, porch, patio, or rooftop garden. Finally, you can compost from anywhere. Transform kitchen and garden waste into rich, fertile compost, the gardener's treasured black gold. Ready-to-use compost will be yours in just 4 to 6 weeks, thanks to Miracle-Gro's unique aeration system. Internal mixing bars speed up decomposition to make growing a happy garden easier than ever. Studies show that approximately 1/3 of the world's food supply goes to waste. But with Miracle-Gro's rolling compost box, you can do your part to change that. Save your compostable food scraps, help the environment, and cook up some compost that your plants will love. Why should composting be a seasonal activity? Miracle-Gro's heavy-duty design lets you keep your compost going all year round. The sturdy side-locking mechanism ensures easy loading and unloading, while the durable construction maintains a tight seal. And BPA-free, food-grade, UV-protected plastic means you won't need to worry about harmful toxins. Achieve your garden goals with a pair of multi-purpose gardening gloves. Each pair is latex-free, water-resistant, and features a no-slip grip, perfect for both indoor and outdoor projects. Grow your green thumb with Scott's and Miracle-Gro. Number 3. Algreen Products Soil Saver Classic Compost Bin. The Algreen Soil Saver Composter is a stationary composter. The bin collects water and air from its surroundings to combine with everything you put inside, and as Dominic says, compost happens. The compost does have to be turned by hand, but the vertical system eliminates the need for multiple chambers. Scraps added at the top won't mix with nearly finished compost at the bottom. There are 2 hatches at the bottom, which allow you to remove usable compost while the upper layers continue to decompose. Produce rich organic dark compost humus in 6 to 8 weeks from food scraps, kitchen and garden waste. Save up to 30% of household waste while saving money on applicable curbside pickup costs, made from BPA-free 100% recycled environmentally friendly material. Locking self-watering lid keeps animals out while openings allow air to move through composter to speed up the composting process. Large opening makes for easy access and 2 sliding doors make removal of compost simple and convenient. Robust thickness in construction helps produce and insulate heat, which helps the microorganisms break down waste to produce nutrient-rich soil. Capacity, cu foot, total of 12.65. Capacity, gallons 94. Number 4. VermiHut Plus 5 Tray Worm Compost Bin. Best for an indoor or semi-outdoor space like a garage or closed porch, the VermiHut composting system is another option for producing your own compost. Diane Meisler, permaculture designer and author of Grow Your Soil, recommends the bin, with the caveat that worm bins require some simple maintenance to keep them thriving and odorless, but the system scales well to the volume of food scraps you're processing. You can add or remove trays as necessary, and at its fullest capacity, the VermiHut can process up to 5 pounds of food scraps per day. Plus, she says, the final product, rich compost full of red worms, brings joy to most gardeners. The VermiHut bin doesn't come with worms, which you'll have to buy separately. Louis and George Pesania, Deputy Director and Chief of Horticulture at the York Horticultural Society, recommend red wigglers from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. Pesania suggests ordering them online. One thing to note is that most retailers won't ship during the coldest parts of the year to avoid freezing the worms. Advanced version of worm compost bin, it comes with standard 5 trays, additional trays can be added. A new component named M-Board to increase airflow for better compost efficiency and save worms. A new component named V-Board and a piece of coconut fiber are built in the air-vented lid, odor removal, moisture control. A set of shoes is included to prevent other invading to the bin, base and liquid tray form into one piece to eliminate part assembly. A starter kit and user's manual are included. Number 5. SCD Probiotics All Seasons Indoor Composter Kit with Bokashi. A compact system that will enrich your outdoor garden. Bokashi composting works in the absence of oxygen by mixing microorganism-saturated oat bran with food scraps and storing the blend in an airtight container. This specific bin and bran kit comes recommended by both Dominics and Pesania. One advantage of Bokashi, Louis says, is that you can add the crazy Frankenstein stuff in the back of your fridge like condiments or oily things that wouldn't go in a normal compost system. Vegetable scraps aren't entirely broken down in the bin. Once they're fermented, they're finished by burying in your garden to further decompose and nourish the soil. If you've been curious about composting, here's an easy way to get started. With SCD Probiotics Indoor Composter Starter Kit, you can rescue your kitchen food waste from the landfill without all the fuss of sorting browns from greens or churning that massive outdoor compost tumbler. The included Bokashi Compost Starter allows you to compost all food scraps, even meat, dairy, bones and oily bits. Great for composting newbies in green apartment living. Our special composting method uses fermentation to break down food naturally and quickly. This odorless and easy indoor composting is a convenient way to keep composting through winter when the ground is frozen. Makes a great gift for healthy homes, small apartments, green thumbs and garden lovers. When your mini composter is full, set it aside to mature. After a couple weeks, you've got pre-compost. A rich soil amendment that makes your houseplants, flowers and vegetable plants thrive.